Okay, so the first thing I want to make clear, once we open the box here, I'd like you to notice that the manual should always be on top of the box. On top of everything, the manual should always be here and not at the bottom of the box or underneath these boxes. And the reason why is because we get many emails from customers saying, oh, you never included a manual, or where's our manual, please send us a manual. And all it was is that the manual was at the bottom of the box and people just overlooked it. So please, the manual should always be on top of the box, okay, on top of all the boxes, and then it should be closed. Okay, so that's the first thing. Alright, now let's move on to the other boxes. Okay, so we're now going to be looking at the box with the engine inside, and be having a look how it's packaged, and we would like you to package the engines exactly like this, please. So here we go. So when you open it, this is the box of the engine. This is a smaller box. What do you find inside? At the top there is a piece of styrofoam. Now this is thick quality styrofoam, you can see here. Okay, so you have one piece of styrofoam on the top to protect the engine and from any scratches on the top. Okay, then on the inside here, if you can see here, there is a thick piece of styrofoam on this side. Okay, you only need it on the one side, so you can see the thickness and the quality of that here. And in this box, the only thing in this box is the engine. There is nothing else in this box. And the reason why we don't have anything in the main engine compartment is because things come over and they'll bend the fins or they'll scratch the engine, and the customers in the UK, they're very particular. A little scratch or a little mark and they'll want to return it. So it's a big headache for us. So we try our best to get it as perfect as possible in the first place, so we don't have to deal with that kind of headache later on. So you've seen what was in there. There was a piece of styrofoam on the top, a piece on the side, and then the only thing that it was inside this box, I'm going to show you now, is just the engine by itself. Okay, so you got just the engine inside the main compartment, right? And then at the bottom also there is another thick piece of styrofoam like this. Okay, so this is how we'd like to see our engines packed when we purchase from yourselves. And then below this last piece of styrofoam that you can see here, below this last piece is the rear sprocket. Okay, now the reason why it's put right at the bottom and then the styrofoam on the top is so that it cannot scratch the engine or the sticker on the engine. Okay, so for example, if you take this out, it's really important when you pack this that this goes in first and the styrofoam goes on top. The reason why is if you put this in first, you put this there and then you put the engine straight on top of this, it will scratch the engine as it's getting moved about in during shipping and during transit. So we need this at the bottom of the box, please, like so. Okay, then you put one piece of styrofoam in there, then you put just the engine kit on its own, no spark plug or CDI unit, just the engine on its own in one box. And you put this piece here and you put this piece on top, and that's ready. You close it and you close it from here. Okay, saves everybody a lot of headache and it makes for a happy customer as well. So I just want to show you now, Nick, what your boxes came in, and you can see the difference straight away. Now this is the box that your engine actually came in. Okay, all it had was just a piece of bubble wrap and one flimsy rubbish piece of you know, a bit of foam. There's no way that this is going to protect the engine in the long run, so we need to improve on these matters, please. Okay, and also there was quite a few loose bits here in the engine compartment. Now that might not be a problem coming from here to China, but when we send it out from here to the customer, if it's not packaged like the way I was showing you in the other box, then it's going to cause a problem. So this is what it's all about. We're trying to solve these problems, you know, so we can move forward. Okay. Right, now moving on to the tank. I'm not going to open this box because it's pretty straightforward. It's just one piece of styrofoam at the top and one piece of styrofoam at the bottom, and the tank goes in between them. So that's the box for the tank. Okay. Okay, Nick, so I just want to show you the box that your tank came in. Now there's a problem here. The problem is this box is too small for this tank. Okay. Now it doesn't go in sideways, it doesn't fit properly. Okay? You can't send stuff like this out to people. It just looks too unprofessional. Okay. And the other thing is, it doesn't go in properly from the side. It just about goes in, but it's very difficult. You've got the top sticking out there, so you're either going to have to make this box slightly bigger this way or slightly bigger this way, and then it'll be a perfect fit then. Okay, so I don't think that's very difficult. I'm sure you can sort that out, and we'll move on to the last and the final part of the packaging.